Blocking the guap, trying to block all the pain. I'm a blind little boss, I'm on top of the game. I don't tie in the lot, now I'm tossing it bait. Yeah, my pops got caught, didn't lock them away. My mom fought hard 5 jobs in a day. I'll be dropping the vibes and I'm copping the pain. We off to the stars to a tropical place. Ooh, yeah, I'm spitting it heavy, the mission is steady. Your bitches are jelly, I'm ditching the petty. You're digging for pennies, I'm itching and ready. I open my heart when I listen to Shetty. I'm bold like a boss, but I'm little like Debbie. I know what the boss, I got Richard and Getty. I'm holding the guap and I'm whipping the Yeti, yeah, Kari can play with advanced moves. I'm fucking my girl and her man too. I'm taking the ball like the Randu. My soul is the one that I can't lose. I soak up the sun like a sand dune. I'm holding up love with the bamboo. I'm rolling the blunt by the candle. Taking the game, running it back without taking a drink. Yeah, I'm the one and I'm making a wave. Rolling the blunt and I'm blazing a J. I'm escaping the brain, go straight for the cake. I'ma take to the bank, not taking a break. I'm made for the race, I pray for the day. I wake with a bake in a great estate. Are you living in a box? I'm bigger than a box. I'm spitting to supply my bread. My vision on the top is living like a boss when I kick it in a nice white jet. I'm quicker with the bars, I'm wishing with a one. Yeah, I'm dipping to the bar, I guess. I'm switching like LeBron when I spit it in song. My mission is to try my best. Taking a stab, but I came with a bat. I be chasing to grab my goals. If you hate in the back and you ain't with the facts, don't be faking and act like bros.
Welcome back to MMA Underground, your favorite part of Tuesday. I'm one half of the dynamic duo, killing it, known as Buddy V, with the one and only
Sam K. And man, we got 2 phenomenal guests in the building as always. All the way from StreetBefs OG Yard, we have the one, the only Juan Jitsu in the building. And all the way from StreetBefs West Coast, we have the new light heavyweight boxing champion, Nobody. What's up, y'all?
Not much, man. Was chilling, you know. Invited me on the podcast. Never done anything like that before.
Man, I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun night. Just rewatched Nobody's fight, Juan Jitsu. I have been a fan for I don't even know how long. You're definitely been one of my favorites. So to have you guys both on here to talk tonight, it's gonna be a good day. Woo!
Thank you.
And it's cool.
It's always cool when someone's like, "Yo, I seen your fight," and I'm like, "Well, that's pretty cool." Because then after I do it, I kind of just stop thinking about it.
Heck, you think? Hey.
So you don't I know a lot of us, man, we're itching for the video to come out. We're hopping to the comments. You're not one of those fighters?
I mean, well, yeah, no, after the fight, after I see the footage and watch it, then I'm like, all right. But yeah, after the fight, I'm like, I always want to see the footage. I'm waiting. I'm like, dang, I'm watching every, looking at updating my phone, looking at the, seeing what the fucking next video that dropped was. I'm like, shoot. I'm looking like, oh, that guy was like maybe 5 fights before me. I should be next soon.
Yeah, be like, come on. Now, I was gonna say, man, one of your fights that I really like, what was his name? Dago? I saw you were fighting, you guys were going some good, and you got hurt in the fight?
Oh, yeah, I think that's where I broke my arm. I don't know if you can see it right now on here, but I got, they stitched me up.
Nice.
It was that bad? Damn, yeah, I just watched that fight.
A week before that fight, I got in my backyard these giant tractor tires stacked up, and I got real low and hit one because when you hit the top ones, they'll knock off. So I went low to hit it, and it was pretty much just hitting a brick wall, So when I hit it with all my might, I felt something in my bone. I was like, all right, I'll take it easy today. Kind of forgot, smoked a little, forgot about it, and then fought the next week. So I think when I did that, I gave myself a little hairline fracture, and then during the fight, that was enough to just snap it. But that shit sucked because I was really looking forward. I had some fights lined up that I was excited about. Well, that sent me back 6 months recovery.
I felt like you were gonna win that fight too. They gave it to homeboy, but
yeah,
I was
I felt because the first round, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go easy, low energy mode, trying to read him out, see what he does, get his reactions. And that second round, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take the pace up. And then as soon as I started to pick the pace up, I just that tragic has happened. But it is cool. I've been able to work on other stuff since I wasn't able to hit the bag. So I was like, all right, I can work some head movement and stuff. And I have one guy comes maybe once or twice a week. I help train doing kickboxing. And my cousin just moved down here from Minnesota, and he did his amateur debut 2-3 weeks ago. I was training him for a month, and I was really proud of him. He did really well. I was kind of nervous because you know, it was only like a month, you know, I was like, all right, you know, I just gave him a crash course. I was like, threw him in there. I was like, we're going to see how you do, what you need to work on, and then go from there. And it was exciting to watch. I was scared. He got probably eight solid shots, you know, like strong punches. The dude he fought was like more of a jiu-jitsu guy, and he had like, you know, I was just training my cousin, so we didn't have a gym. It's just me and him, and the other guy had like a whole gym backing him up and stuff. So I was real surprised watching like his opponent like coming in. He was like gassing and all this. I'm like, well, he's got a team and stuff. Like he should be more prepared for this. Like he's the one, you know, that's got all this support and stuff. So, but no, I was excited. I was real proud of him. He got in the second round, was able to just knock him out. And I could see it coming because his opponent was tired. And I was telling like my cousin, he was tired too. But I was like, look, I know you're tired. He's tired too. Like just fucking push through, you know, because the guy was missing, gasping for air. I was like, if you can just walk, you know, move around him, make him miss, and then come in with the counters, and you'll get this. And that's, sure enough, that's basically what he did. I was real proud of him.
Oh yeah, good job.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Sportsmanship.
You say what?
Yeah.
Oh no, I said that's right. That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's nice. Like since I couldn't compete, just watching him fucking. Oh, I was supposed to fight that day too, but fucking my physical wasn't able because like it's so soon. I need my surgeon to sign off. But July 2nd, I got an appointment with my surgeon, and I was talking to this one promotion. So hopefully August 3rd, I can go fight like an hour from my city, be pretty local to me. So that'd be really exciting.
Oh yeah. Man, that's still brutal. I got you with the question go see in 1 second. But I don't think I asked you because like we had you once before, nobody. I don't think I ever asked you. Have you suffered a major injury ever? Or anything that put you out for a minute too, or no?
Telling to me, yeah, I was a kid and I broke my hand. I think it's like it was my right hand. I was like little, like during the sport, like nothing too bad yet. It just hurt ego, I guess. That's the worst it got for me.
Yeah, I feel that. And that's perfect because Go See was asking, how do you mentally deal with with an injury like that? For Juan.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because it's like, you know, I'm seeing all my other friends and teammates, you know, training and competing and winning, and I'm like, man, I want to do that too, you know. But it's just like, you know, I don't want to jump in too soon and then fuck up my arm even worse, and then I'm out, you know, another year. So it's just one of those things you just gotta learn to fucking deal with. But like I said, it gives you time to like work on other stuff. I can't like, you know, hit hard, but I can work on movement, footwork, you know, cardio, just other stuff. It gives me, and then like I can like, you know, like I said, help my cousin. Now I can, you know, coach a little bit or whatever.
Let's go, man. I want to ask the new champion, Nobody. Man, going into your title fight, man, recently at the last event. Can you talk to us a little bit about what was that like, you know, as far as your preparation, getting ready for that title fight?
Oh, dog, I found out that I was going up for a title fight that day, like hours before, because Nephi, I guess he was supposed to fight Golden Arms for the title, and
Correct.
I guess he didn't show up, and I was like, oh, I forgot how. I think it came up like it looked like we were pretty much gonna fight each other. So I asked him like, do you want to fight? He goes, yeah, I'm down. Or I don't know how exactly. I don't remember exactly how it went, but I remember him asking me if I wanted to fight for the title, and I was like, hold on, bro. Like, this is my second. This is like my second boxing match.
Right.
I don't think I'm ready for it, you know. But I was like, you know what? You deserve it. Fuck it. I was scared as fuck, bro, because that's Nephi, bro. Like 4-0, he beat like a bunch of like big names in StreetBefs West Coast boxers.
Facts.
I was scared, dude. I told my parents, I told my whole squad I was scared. I was like, dude, I'm fucking scared. I'm nervous as shit. I'm scared. My dad's like, shut the fuck up. Don't let anyone. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. Let everyone know I'm scared. That's a fact.
Well, that's good. Sometimes like stuff like that, you know, helps you keep you like, you know, realize like, oh, you know, this is a dangerous, like, you know, I could get hit. So it keeps you like, you know, on your toes a little bit.
Yeah, that pressure though.
Facts. Hey, for those who don't know, your dad is always at the events, and he does his presence alone. Like I could imagine being on the team, right? Because his presence alone, you got to go out there and do your shit, you know. And he holds that aura as well, you know. Shout out to Dad out there.
Yeah, that's OG, man. That's one of our OG coaches right now, bro. Like that's one who tells us like teaches us about aggression and like
Mhm.
certain angles and stuff, you know. And that fool tries to teach me about power, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do that yet, but fuck it, I'm almost there. I think, I hope.
Hey, to your
You're there
credit
almost.
though, to y'all's credit, you didn't look scared at all, bro. You didn't look it. You didn't behave like someone who was scared. You went out there and handled your shit.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Like it was tough, dude. Like the difference between like a coward and a hero is like pretty much like they're the same. They're the same person. Inside they're scared, but like what they do with their fear makes is the real difference. Like if you want to be scared on the inside and act scared, you're a coward, bro. But if you're on the inside, you're scared and you just like fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Then like that's kind of like what heroes do. That's what like soldiers, policemen, firefighters, like response teams. That's what like a military, like service members do. They're scared of shit, and they go in there anyways. Like they go towards the fire even though they probably shouldn't.
And somebody's got to be brave. Hell yeah, they're a hero. Ooh, ooh. It's crazy that you said something about with the power shots and whatnot. Because one of the questions I actually had was your fight with Stone Man.
Uh-huh.
Man, you guys were throwing some fucking blows. You were going heavy. I actually was gonna ask you your thoughts about that fight, how you feel, because like I was watching back and forth, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, like. So I don't know. I want to ask you kind of your thoughts about that because, like I said, I felt like you guys were throwing power shots, both of y'all. Like,
I mean, to be honest, from my end, I was throwing it from like just my arms and my shoulders and my like and like my feet kind of, but I never really threw them with my hips. So I didn't really know how to do that yet, and and I still kind of don't. I'm still figuring that out. But yeah, I just hit him with just arm strength, dude, and like it I don't think I hurt him, uh, But like, yeah, that fool did catch me slipping, like literally, and like that fool knows how to throw his power. I'll give him that. That shit was fucking like I respect that man for that.
Hey,
you
Stone's
got
one of my old teammates, man, and I'm very acquainted with the
Yeah,
power punches for sure.
that's right.
damn. Well, I kind of had an off-topic question for Juan Jitsu
Yep.
because in your fights, there's one thing I noticed that's really prevalent. This neck tattoo you have of Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
was like, what? Why? What made you get right here? And two, how did it feel? Because that shit is completely blasted.
Yeah,
All
no, that
like,
shit. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. I mean, it's like I would say if you're getting a throat tattoo, if you're just getting like a name or like scriptures, it's not gonna be that bad because it's just lettering. But it's when they do the the outline and then they color it in and the shading, it swells up, and then they're just like this was like a 4-6 hour tattoo session. Like, but so it's 3 tattoos, one on the front and then 2 on the side, and they were all like 4 to 6 hour sessions. And they all sucked ass. I was like, I was so happy to be done with my throat. Like, fuck. Like after that, like I got like a small tattoo. It took like 30 minutes. I was like, they were like, you're done. I was like, oh shit, wow. I'm so used to like fucking 4+ hour sessions of getting fucking stabbed billions of times. But I actually, Majora's Mask, I got on my throat just because I knew I wanted something on my throat that just looked cool and had a face. Before this, I was thinking of getting Carnage, like when he goes like, fucking just like his mouth
yeah.
opening up with his tongue sticking out was what I was originally going to get when I was like a teenager. But I settled with Majora's Mask just because I fucking love Zelda. I've never beat it until earlier this year. I finally beat it 100%. It was really fun. Yeah. But no, I'm a big nerd. Fucking, Zelda, fucking manga, all that good stuff.
Bro, who are you telling?
Oh hell yeah, the homunculus symbol. I said my next tattoo was gonna be one of those. I was gonna get it right here on
Son,
my side.
I got the
Above,
scar
I
tattoo,
got
son.
Bruce Lee.
That's
Bruce Lee
see,
right here. This is where I was gonna
that's
get my
fucking tight.
homunculus symbol right there.
That's fucking tight right there. I'm not gonna lie.
So since you got the homunculus, which one would you like say like out of the what's it called, the sins or whatever? Which one do you think you'd be?
Bro, I fuck with Greed, bro. Like,
Yeah, Greed is
cause
definitely the coolest.
that's why I have it on my hand because of him. He's like a broken hero. Like he did some shit for like the right side at the end,
Yeah.
Like and like it's just a whole different vibe. What about you, man? What are you thinking?
Like honestly, well, I would just like not pertaining like the character's personality in the show, but just out of the sins, I feel like I would definitely either be freaking glutton because I'm a fucking pig. I love eating. Like You know, or maybe like fucking sloth, maybe, because I'm also like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a stoner, so when I'm like, because I'll be like smoking and I'll just get couch lock, you know.
Yeah.
So
I get you, though.
one of those two would probably be my sin.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I don't really know you that well, but you give me like sloth type of vibes. Look at this man. All right.
Was that the Holy
got
Look
Bible?
at this guy.
Oh no, was that the Death Note or the Holy Bible? I
No,
saw it for a second.
No, that was
it was a king palm.
Oh, King
Yeah, that was
Palm.
the
Okay.
grinder.
Oh,
It
it's one of
almost
those grinders.
it almost looked like a little Bible though.
Yeah.
The King
No, I'm not
Palms,
that.
the Book of King Palms.
That's
I
crazy.
like it.
Nah, I got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina. I have the
Oh, that's
Ocarina in my room. I have that one,
That's tight.
and I have one that number 4 Dragon Ball. I bought the number 4 Dragon Ball. I got those two on display.
My son's
tight.
really into Dragon Ball right now. He likes he goes
Good.
around town. He's like, oh, I'm Goku. He's like, oh, I'm Gohan. I'm just like,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, me and him watched all of Dragon Ball. We watched all Dragon Ball Z and Super. We just finished GT like a month ago, and it was all
Nice.
done. He was like, now what? I was like, yeah, we can watch Naruto. He was like, or we could just watch Dragon Ball again.
There we
That's
go.
tight.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I have a question for you guys. Like, how did you guys feel about Akira Toriyama's death?
Man. Dude,
Oh, it hurt,
I
man.
shed
It
tears.
hurt.
I was already at the hospital because my girl was like, had something going on, so I was there with her. And then I read that, I was like, right now, really, dog. I was like, I really I cried for like maybe like 5 minutes. I was like, no, fuck, gotta be shitting me. And then fucking
Yeah.
Super's like done now, or at least on a hiatus. Like I was reading the
Yeah,
manga,
hiatus.
and that shit was like, I was excited because they just did the superhero movie. They adapted that. And
Yeah.
just finished it. So I was looking forward to the next, but now who knows? Well, we have Dragon Ball Daima coming out, I think, this summer or something.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, but his imprint, you know, like how much of it is on there, you know?
Yeah.
And then the way the franchise has been the past few years in general, just everywhere,
Fair.
you know.
God, fuck! I just had
It was.
But Sparking Zero is gonna be fire. It's gonna be the best thing smoking.
Yeah, fuck. Honestly,
Undeniable.
this thing I was playing on my Xbox here. I was playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Oh shit!
I want that so bad.
I just got the second season's pass, so I was doing the fucking world tournament shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, on Xbox too. Otherwise, I'd say I'd be on PlayStation. But dang it.
Yeah, no, I got Xbox. Yeah.
I wanted to ask nobody before we get too far off in the anime.
Having a good time.
Yeah, man. So back to the title fight, bro. How did it feel when you got when basically you defeated Nephi, you know, an undefeated fighter. You outboxed him, and for those who don't know, your background isn't necessarily boxing, is it?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right. So give us a little bit of a backstory.
Which part, like about like my background, or like how I felt about the
your background, and then how that translated to your victory.
All right. So it started like with 26, like about 23 years ago. I started like 6 years old. My mom put me into like a YMCA karate class with my cousins in downtown Long Beach, and I actually liked it. I kept going for a while. I made it to like a blue belt, I think, and then I stopped going because my mom couldn't afford it no more. And we kept going like in and out of like dojos here and there, and then, until I finally stuck to one. Which this is a long overdue shout out to Martial Arts Training Alliance. Don't think I forgot about y'all. Right here in Bixby Knolls in Long Beach, and it was like right across the street from where I lived as a teenager. That's where I picked it up again at like what was it, like 14? Yeah, like 15, 16, something like that. So yeah, instead of like doing like sports, I was doing that after school type shit. I was like, fuck it, like, because it was cool, because it was like started standing. It was like kind of like karate with some like kung fu-y moves, judo to Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So it was basically MMA, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. You get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and like within like 3 or 4 years, I got my black belt because I was grinding. I wanted that fucking black belt like ever since I saw like everyone have one. I was like, man, I need one too. Like, to the point where I kind of like keep that shit around me everywhere I go.
Awesome, man. I got my son in karate right now. He just got his orange belt.
Nice, hell yeah, that's tight. Hey,
Awesome.
have him keep going, bro. That shit can like translate to a lot of things.
That's what I mainly, honestly, I did. I like learn, karate. What you say about karate. I didn't really put him in there to learn how to fight. I mainly did it for like discipline, like him like learning respect and shit like that, more so than like learn how to throw a punch or a kick.
Yeah, like it's really good for like keeping yourself like accountable, like with your integrity and stuff like that. Like always be honest type stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like a hard one for me.
Yeah, just good morals and stuff. Like especially like at the end of karate class, they always say stuff like refrain from violent behavior, like respect peers and stuff like that. Just like a little mantra they put in the kids.
Right.
I don't know if y'all have seen. Have you seen the gentleman? He's an older black gentleman, bald. He's got like a gray beard, and he does martial arts, and he teaches all the kids like about anger and stuff. Yeah.
I think that's what you're talking about.
He does some lesson about school, like he's like telling his dad to do some push-ups to get on top of your dad. Like he's doing push-ups, he's doing fine right now, but all that weight, that's from you doing bad at school. It's affecting him. Like, so only thing you could do is help him with the push-ups. So he was making the kids do the push-ups with his dad, so now it made it easier for both of them. So like those lessons are fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking too much. My bad.
Nah, bro, you good, man. This is what the podcast is for, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. And I was gonna ask. I was curious for Juan because we're talking about all these different fights, having different involvements in the martial arts world and whatnot. But you are a skilled fighter, and I know that I've seen in your videos you talk about having an amateur record as well. Do you want to kind of talk about that for a second?
Yeah, sure. My amateur record's not ideal right now. Like I was doing good, and then like I felt I was unfocused. I took some fights and wasn't doing some fights with like my training not as serious. Took like I just had a girlfriend at the time. Like after like freaking my baby mama leaving me for like a couple years, and I finally got a girl. I was like, so I skipped out on some training and took some losses. But my record right now is sitting at 2-4. Looking to turn that around. But like even win or lose, I just love to compete. I just love going in there, fucking moving around. It's just like just like a little bit of self-expression. It's like skateboarding. You go out there and as long as you go out there and fight your hardest and like do your best, then like that's people will see it and be like, yo, that was an entertaining fight. That was awesome. There's like no real like what's it called? There's no losers there's a winner and a loser, but like no one's what's the word, like I don't know. I'm not sure how to articulate it, but
winning and learning.
Yeah. Everyone that steps in there is a warrior, and you're going out there to just fucking to bang. Yeah.
What advice would you give a fighter who's looking to go into the amateur world? What could you say to them?
I would say just like definitely get a coach. They'll tell you, they'll see, because they'll look at you and they'll see what you need to work on and stuff. But also I'll say just don't let losses deter you. And as an amateur, just take as many fights as you can and fight as often as you can, because that's your learning period. That's what the amateurs are for. Like that's where you can make mistakes. So you're not on there like because when you have someone fighting professionally, like they're that's their job. They're training hours and hours on day. To go out there and then, fight for a paycheck to pay their families. So you don't want someone that's like not fucking on that level go out there and just get their fucking head rocked in, But like what I always said, the biggest difference between an amateur and professional is that the amateur, you have to tell them like, yo, go do your runs, hit your sprints, do your bag work. But the professional, he's doing it. He knows what he needs to do. He's actively pursuing. So I just try to have that like professional mindset when it comes to like training and stuff.
That's tight.
Damn.
That's tight.
And before we hit King Cal's question, I know Lights Out had a question for Nobody, asking what was going through your mind before your title fight, during your title fight, and then after your title fight.
Oh, okay, for sure. I'll try to make this quick. Before, I was scared as fuck. 2, I was just trying to survive. And 3, I felt like this can't be real. I was in denial. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, did I die at some point and just like I'm in the Matrix or some shit? This can't happen. Something's wrong.
Has it set in at this point? Or are you still?
Oh yeah. No. Yeah,
Okay.
it set in like a couple weeks ago. I mean, actually, last week. Last week.
Oh yeah, bro. Someone said, yeah, that is a Nightmare on Elm Street poster. I also got Halloween over there,
Oh yeah,
and
classic,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre somewhere around here.
Yes, that's tight.
classic.
That's tight.
And I saw someone in the
whole
comments
setup.
asking about it.
Real quick, Juan, we were talking to Nobody about different styles and
Yeah.
how his background wasn't necessarily in boxing. With you, I've noticed MMA matches, and I've also seen you in boxing matches. Your grappling's on point, but you also have hands. So, can
Oh,
you
thank
talk to us a
you.
little bit about your background and how you started with martial
Yeah.
arts?
Yeah, I can give you a rundown. So like my grandpa, he's Mexico. He was a like an amateur boxer in Mexico, like freaking in the 70s or whatever. So when I was little, I was always like, oh, I want to be a boxer. Like I saw Bloodsport, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. So my whole
That's
life, I've
tight.
always wanted to fight, But like I started like I don't know, like boxing was like the first. I took some boxing classes when I was like 13, 14 for a bit, and then it was also around the same time I was smoking a lot of pot, so I wasn't focusing on that. And then like around 16, I was like, yeah, I want to really get into it. So I started looking around like my neighborhood, like or my town for like gyms, and I found this one place that had it was called CSW, Combat Submissive Wrestling, which I always just tell people it's American Jiu-Jitsu. It's just
Oh, okay. Just to,
no
yeah.
gi. You're not in a gi. You're just doing like wrestling with submission holds and stuff. And then they also had a Muay Thai class, so I was doing Muay Thai and CSW for about like 2 years, and then I joined my high school wrestling team my senior year. So I was like, and then I fell in love with wrestling. I was like, yo, wrestling is fun. It's just that was my first real sense of competition was wrestling. You go in there, and then like and that helped me a lot because like after I graduated, I went to a Naga tournament, and there was like a lot of people from my gyms their first tournament, so they weren't like used to the competition. Like once the bell rings and you go in, because I was like, oh, I wrestled, so like as soon as they whistle, like they blow that whistle, you're on them. But and then after that, yeah, after 18, I'm 20, I'm about to turn 28. So like after 18, 19, I stopped training for years, honestly. I just didn't have the time, and then I had a kid and stuff. I don't know, it's just wasn't on my mind. I kind of forgot. I was like, oh yeah, I like to fight. And I was just kind of like after my baby mama left me and shit, I was kind of bummed out and stuff. I was watching StreetBefs, and they're like, hey, if you want to do this, hit us up. And I was like, why not? I got nothing else to do. And then that just really sparked. I was like, oh yeah, man, I forgot I fucking love this shit. So I just got back into it. But like I said, I used to consider myself like a BJJ guy, but I haven't been training my grappling too much the past year, so I just haven't had the money for the schools and stuff. I do want to actually get belted and work my way to a black belt. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say I'd start with boxing, drop that, and then was doing a mixture of like no-gi and Muay Thai. And then I consider myself now more of a kickboxer than anything, honestly. But I love all combat sports. I like boxing, I like kickboxing, I like grappling, MMA. But I don't know. Honestly, the goal would be just to do whatever would get me paid. If I get some money doing boxing, doing some kickboxing, it's whatever.
Hey, I've only seen boxing and MMA. I gotta try to find a kickboxing match. I haven't seen you kickbox. Okay.
Well, not on StreetBefs yet, but I've had like some kickboxing smokers, like with the gyms and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. That's fun as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I would like to do. I like seeing like the kickboxing with the MMA gloves. That looks so fun.
Yeah.
Some of those hits are brutal too. I'm like, fuck.
In the West Coast,
100%.
man, we've had several fights, Muay Thai fights with 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
Y'all have I'll say I know like Free Smoke. He's like manages y'all, and I haven't really talked to him or spoke with him, but I follow him, and he's like a real disciplined Muay Thai practitioner.
Yeah, he went over to Thailand recently and fought.
That's pretty.
And yeah, man, he's really elevated. He's really elevated.
I used to train over at a House of Muay Thai, and I was training them for like a year. They were like a really renowned kickboxing gym on our side. And yeah, no, I learned so much from them. I was like, and I just really fell in love with kickboxing and sparring. Like, I love this sparring. I honestly, like, that's my favorite training thing is just sparring. You know, it's just because that's when you're like, you know, doing your fucking freestyling or whatever. You just going for it. And with sparring, you know, it's a little bit less risk. You get a little bit time to play because you're like, it's not like, you know, y'all are training. You're trying to make each other better.
Yeah, the scrapyards invading the UK. I'll hit that in a second because Lights Out asked, do you guys know your records off the top of your head? For your Street Beefs record?
Street Beefs, let's say MMA. Well, I did one other fight in another backyard organization in my town, but I would say backyard MMA, I would say 3-1, and then boxing. If you count the break, I would just put that a no contest because, you know, my arm broke, but I don't want to put. But
it should have been. Because you threw the last. I was just about to comment on that shit. You threw the last punch when you broke your shit.
Yeah, but boxing, I'd say 1-1. My first boxing fight was with Money Mel, and that one was pretty funny because I showed up late. I was supposed to do an MMA fight, and I showed up late, and I was 2-0 in MMA at the time, and he was 2-0 at boxing. So they were like, I was like, I didn't want to be like, no, I didn't want to turn down no fight. I was like, yeah, I'll do it, but I mean, it was good. I learned. You know, it made me realize like, oh, you know, I should work on my boxing more because he's a real good boxer. He's been, you know, like he's exclusively a boxer, so you know he's going to be good at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. What about you, nobody? You're 4,
5-2. 5-2. Like overall 5-2 with all MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, everything. You know, 5-2 right now.
Nice. Do you guys, out of those fights, do you guys have a favorite fight?
I would say mine's definitely the one where well, you know, honestly, looking back, I would have, because if I didn't, because they were like, they kind of stopped it, and they got, like, they already called it. So now at a point, I would have been like, hey, no, that fight's called. I would have had the fastest knockout, because that was like 3 seconds, was with a Cowboy. I ran up. I was honestly baffled, because I ran up and I kicked him, and it knocked him off balance. So when I threw that punch, it just straight dropped him, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't even know I could do that. But then, like, you know, he kind of like immediately got up. I was like, what? No, it's like and they were like, do you want to run it back? I was like, whatever. But, you know, I would have liked to have that 3-second KO. That would have been nice. But I got him in a triangle. So I mean, that I got to display a little bit of the jiu-jitsu.
That was nasty. You know? That was nasty.
You're like, give me that. No, you're not taking. Give me that. I'm gonna win twice. Bam.
Yeah, so yeah, like, you could say that's 2 wins in 1 fight. I don't know, but
yeah, why not?
We'll talk about that in a second, Ryan.
All right, nobody favorite fight.
I'm still thinking about that. I'm probably gonna have to say the one with Stone Man, because it was like the one with the most back and forth, and I'm pretty sure that was like a pretty entertaining fight, but like kind of like almost boring, I guess. You know. But other than that, I want to say against Escalade, because that taught me like my first L in my craft, MMA or whatever. You know. Like I want to say that's like an important fight to me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Hell yeah. Well, I was gonna say my favorite fights, and because yours was definitely the fight with what was his name? The one that you just talked about, that fight. Cowboy. That was my favorite fight of yours. Yours, one of my favorites was versus, was it Tex? Yeah, Big Texas. And I was gonna ask you, man, what was it like getting a face full of sand? Because I saw that he went to go do a little hip toss, and you stopped him, and you brought him back and threw him down. And I was like,
oh yeah, the suicide takedown. Yeah, that was different. It felt weird because I practiced that like a lot, like the weeks before the that event, and dude, like I thought he had me, but then my foot hit the pallet, and I was like, mine now. Like, you know. But he got me in a headlock, and he just kept squeezing, and I was like, I'm not tapping. You ain't got it, you know. Like, respectfully to the guy, respectfully. But that shit did hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that shit did hurt. Just like all that pressure right here, like.
That was a fire fight, man. And you know that brings us to a great transition, because you mentioned Duva, and for those who don't know, obviously Ryan brought up a question earlier. you guys are on the same fight team, 2 champions. Can you talk about what fight team that is and who's all on the team and whatnot?
Well, our fight team is 50-50 MMA and StreetBefs. You know, like the fighters that are in our fighters, they are obviously Dula and myself. There was Bundy. There was a Dirty Devil, Mr. Man. Who else? Allfather, Businessman, Freemason, Sadly, Broly Black. There's a lot more though. Who else? Who else? Oh yeah, I think isn't Shark. Shark, that fool's on our team. Who else? Oh, Chele is also on our team. I can't believe I forgot that guy. Damn, I would have been a dick. Yeah, that's all. That's like the main ones that come to mind right now. You know. Oh, how could I forget Big Daddy William?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute. I knew I was forgetting somebody important. I was like, who? Yeah, the motherfucker that hits me hard. That guy. Yeah, that's our team so far right now.
That's a strong team, dominating. You hear the words. When you hear someone comes from 50-50 MMA, I'm like, yeah, it's about to be a good fight.
They swept in the last event, so yeah.
That's facts. That's facts.
Can't forget businessman. Can't forget businessman.
I got a question for
Dog.
y'all. So what's your like we're often fought in different branches. I'll say what's y'all's favorite like setup or like what would you, because I'll say like I know the what's it called, the scrapyard, y'all have that like turf that looks real nice. Like y'all's cage just looks like legit, looks real nice and comfy to fight in. And like the West Coast, I really like the sand and shit. Like y'all fighting in the desert. I mean that shit also looks pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
We are in the desert, sir. Yes, we are.
There's a lot of sand in the West Coast.
Let me see. Buddy, you've been in several yards. What about you, Nobody? Have you been in multiple yards? You have.
I've only been in the hot box and the smoke ranch, but I've always wanted to go to the OG yard, you know. And I thought the OG yard was like pretty cool because it's like at the park type shit. Like that's kind of like what we do for practice because we practice at a park, and that would feel like kind of like home to me, you know. But it's also like to piggyback off of Juan Jitsu, like the whole like scrapyard thing. I've always wanted to go. Like as a matter of fact, there are talks about 50-50 making our way up to scrapyard next year, you know.
That'd be dope to see.
Yeah, we really want to go, man. Like not to like invade on your fucking space or step on your toes, but we kind of want to invade a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
just a little bit.
There's a West Coast group going out in a couple months this year out to out to Scrapyard. So there's an opportunity there if you guys are able. Lights out. I definitely miss y'all. It was great coming out. You know what I mean? I don't know when I'm gonna come out again, but I'm definitely gonna make my way back, in due time. What about you, buddy? You got a favorite yard? You fought in multiple yards.
Man, it's hard because to me it's like a video game. I like each yard for a different reason, and it's like they're all so appealing. Because like the scrapyard, it is nice. I feel like with some of the turf because it's different, and like you hit your back against some of it, and you're looking. I'm like, all right, I like it. But with the West Coast, the sand was nice at first, and then when it caught up with my cardio, when my feet felt heavy, I was like, okay, hold on, let me rethink this. But I wanted to fight. I want to fight in where was the Super Bowl at? The hot box, right?
Hot box, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the grittiest cage, shit. Man. That's the grittiest.
That rectangle. It's like,
yeah.
And then the OG yard is not. It's big too. I like the OG yard. What?
No, go ahead. Finish.
Oh yeah, the OG yard's definitely real nice too because it's like I feel like there's that level of nostalgia because then I think about all the videos from watching StreetBefs. I'm like, man, I want to fight there. Man, I want to be there. Man, and the minute you step in, it's like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, I fought in 4 different yards. Most of them West Coast yards, but The scrapyard was dope. The scrapyard, you know, the way the turf is set up, the amount of space in the ring, you know, the camera set up, you know, just the whole vibe is awesome out there, you know. As far as the West Coast, I did the original Sandbox. That was my first fight. I fought in the Sandbox, I fought Smoke Ranch, and I fought the Hot Box. So I've been all three desert locations, and man, they're all dope. But the Hot Box is the grittiest cage. You know what I mean? So that really it really brings out the gladiator in you. It really sets the tone. You know, those wooden pallets, man, they're unforgiving. You know, you can't afford to get backed up. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, the sand also plays a huge role. You know, the heat, the sand, all that plays a huge role. But like y'all were saying, man, I got to get to the OG yard because just the history that's there. You know, the history, and it's the first. You know, so one day for sure.
A quick question: what do you guys know about the Ojai event? You guys know about Ojai?
That was one of the first West Coast events.
Yeah, the one with the actual cage. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't be going back there, you know, just due to the commission.
I know, bro. I'm sad.
It was beautiful. You know, the way it looked, it was beautiful. But you know,
yeah, that shit it was cool, man. That was my first fight over there. I was like, yo, this is cool. Back when like it was on the actual West Coast before all the shit happened, you know.
Yeah.
That one did look cool. I always wanted to go. Dang! See, it's one of those limited edition contents. The season pass is gone. Can't get to that cage no more. Dang! Missed the opportunity.
I know.
Yeah. Gash me will not be fighting. That's not a fight.
Damn.
Now, I was curious, because I thought about it a little earlier for Juan, because you were talking about how with Seven Deadly Sins that you would be like gluttony because you love food, and I was actually going to ask you about your walk around weight versus your fight weight because you look very lean. And when you said that, I was very curious. Do you cut weight or do you just train your ass off so you can eat whatever? Or
well, it just depends on where I'm fighting. Like I fought at 145, which is about where I walk. I mean, the heaviest I'll ever get is close to 150, and that's like if I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and lifting my weights, you know, and I'm on top of all my nutrition. But I'm generally like 140, 142 about walking around. Cause like I don't know, sometimes like I wake up like shit, I gotta leave for work. I'm like not eating breakfast, and then sometimes I'm like just too lazy to fucking cook like something really big. So I need to work on like, you know, having like a steady diet. But generally what I do is I just don't really watch, you know, what I eat too much. Like I usually fight at 135, and like, you know, I'll just cut like the day before like weigh-ins, I'll just cut 10 pounds of water. I put my sweatsuit on, I'm hitting the treadmill, hitting the jump ropes, and 10 pounds of water is usually pretty easy, and I'll be at 135. I would like to fight at 125 just to try it out to see if like how the cut is, because I don't know, I kind of like cutting. Sometimes it gets me in that zone. I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready for a fight, you know, I'm here I go. But yeah, I would say like, yeah, I typically walk around like 144-ish. And then I usually cut to 135 to compete at the amateurs. When I do StreetBefs, I just tell them I walk around weight. I'm like, hey, I'm 140 today, or I'm, you know, whatever I'm at that day.
Yeah,
that's it. Hell yeah.
So what about your 220, 210, 220? Nobody?
Like, I fluctuate somewhere between like 208 to like 216 type shit, you know. That's a good guess, man. That's a good guess.
Right, yeah, swole, and you come out. As I say, you got some power, man. Woo, yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm the weight I am. 5'6". I'm glad I'm 155 because with the way big boys hit, man, I probably have a few broken ribs.
it's all them tacos, fool. Like, you know.
Yes, man. I love me some tacos and tortas, man.
Man, I just had some tacos before the show.
Dude, same. I celebrated with my mom. She just graduated college, and like we had some tacos, and shit was fire.
Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah. Speaking of mom, shout out to you. Thank you for coming to all my events that you can. You know that those last victories from our team were for you, for your birthday. Happy birthday! Congratulations.
Yes, happy birthday, mom. Shoot.
So with that, champ, Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Juan.
I was like, my mom, she's getting ready to do a goddamn bodybuilding like competition. She's like 40-something years old.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like it was like a bikini body. It's not like the woman's body. She's not like crazy strong, but I'm just like, I don't know where she just started getting into weight working out. Like, I don't know, probably like last year or two.
That's sick.
Nice.
That's dope.
You could have inspired your mom. You didn't even know. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, blessings to your mom, bro. Blessings to your mom. I hope she does well, you know?
Yeah, thank you. I hope she does well too.
So nobody, I wanted to ask you, man, with taking over the boxing light heavyweight championship belt, but being an MMA fighter, what does the future hold for you? What are you looking to do next?
Honestly, I'm trying to defend the title as long as I can until Nephi's ready again, because I feel like he wasn't at his 100% that day. You know, like I feel like the same thing happened. Like what happened to him was the same thing that happened to me against Escalade. It was the same thing that happened to Behemoth in our fight. You know, like maybe he probably wasn't into it, or maybe he wasn't like ready for an unpredictable like situation altogether. You know.
What makes you say that?
I mean, I've seen him fight like once before. It was at I think it was last year at the event or a couple years ago. He fought against It was a couple years ago, and I've seen him do very well. And I've seen him fight against like Mr. Silas and how he kind of like knocks Cesar KO out, like standing up kind of thing. Like I was like, dude, this was gonna. That's why I was so scared, bro, because this fool was like, I thought he was gonna beat my ass like bad. But yeah, so I just think he wasn't like I think something might have happened where he wasn't like fully focused for the fight. You know what I mean?
Damn, what the fuck? Is the camera off? Fuck.
Sadly, he's a beast.
No.
Sadly, he is a beast. I hate that guy. That fool hits my body a lot, but I love him for it though.
Look him up, lights out. That's somebody you should know.
I got a question for y'all. So what do y'all's like? What's some matchups y'all would like for yourselves? Like who would y'all like to fight?
I like to fight everybody.
Billy, good answer.
Nobody versus everybody.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nobody against the world.
Man, all I know is after I want to go back and get another MMA match. I know there's some good contestants in the strap right around my weight. It's been a few months, but I feel like I want to strengthen my legs a little bit more and test the waters of a few more kickboxing matches. Because I've only had one kickboxing match, and that was against Gash, and I got the win.
Here, let me see.
But now I feel like I outboxed Gash. I feel like now I actually understand kicks because I've had enough years of training to where I understand my body, the mechanics, and I can throw a proper kick. I can check. I can do this and that. So I want to try a few people in the kickboxing scene and see what's up.
Right. What about you, Sonke? I mean, I think I heard you say something about like retiring or something, if I'm mistaken. But
yeah, I made that decision last month, bro.
That's right.
But
dang, you can hear him. See, I don't know. Something's wrong on mine, and I can only hear you, nobody. I can't hear Smoker Buddy right now.
Can't hear.
He can only hear nobody. He can't hear y'all. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see if I hit this mic button, maybe.
Yeah, bro. When I think about people, I guess like dream matchups. He doesn't fight with StreetBefs anymore, but I always thought a good matchup for me would have been me versus King Leonidas from the OG Yard from back in the day.
That would be some shit, dude.
That would have been a fun fight.
Yeah.
But
I forgot about him.
But yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, man. I last month I got the new West Coast Muay Thai shorts, and just holding them in my hands, I was like, fuck, I gotta come back and do another fight, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't have these shorts and not, So we'll see, man. We'll see. It really boils down to health. It boils down to my health and my longevity, man, because kind of going through some things. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, thank you for answering my question, man. Like it's really a shame that he could only hear me, man, because I'm not the one to listen to.
Oh, you are. You are.
Yeah.
So you have anyone in mind for a future fight, or even from another yard dream matchup?
I don't really have a dream matchup right now, but I'm kind of looking forward to fighting. There he is.
Yeah, I
I
just
was-
exited to end it to see if that would like.
Can you
Can you
mic
hear me?
check? Mic
Yeah,
check.
right? Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Let's go. But yeah, I just want to fight someone in kickboxing and karate combat.
Yes,
Karate
I want to see you in karate combat. Yes.
You know what? Like I talked to someone about a fight in karate combat soon, like maybe at the next anniversary event, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, because no one else is down. It's only like the bigger fools that are trying to like do
Right.
that shit, I guess.
Yeah.
You
So,
and Lavish would be a great matchup.
That's exactly who I'm talking about. I didn't want to say
Yeah,
drop names.
it felt like Lavish for sure. That's a good
Yeah.
matchup.
It's a good challenge for me. This dude's
Mhm.
getting better. He's getting better.
and we get to see people evolve. But see, here is the part of the show where I always got to be the bearer of bad news. And I got to see if we have any final questions at all for the guests, so that way we can we don't want to keep you guys all night, especially considering I know Juan Jitsu's on the East Coast. I know you're like more than a few hours ahead of us.
Yeah, shit's like 11 right now on my end.
Any final questions, Samke?
Last question for Juan Jitsu. Tell us how you got the name, or was it given? Did you create it?
I just came up with it because, like I said, I made it. Juan Jitsu used to be my handle for like online shit when I was like in high school. Because at the time I was real into jujitsu, you know. So I was like, my name's Juan. I was like, Juan Jitsu sounds cool. So
Yeah.
it just like I was like when I went to do StreetBefs, I was like, oh, I need a fight name. I was like, well, shit, I already use Juan Jitsu as like my handle online. So I was like,
That's tight.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Nine. I appreciate you, Nine.
I don't know. It's kind of catchy too, Juan Jitsu. I don't know, but I've been thinking about trying to make a name change or something. Maybe I don't know.
No,
Mm.
that shit is fire, bro. For real.
Yeah,
You keep the name.
Keep it, dude. Keep it. Keep it. But do what you will. I think you should keep it.
Well, I'll always be Juan Jitsu, but I'm trying to think of something because like it's kind of hard when you do like the announcers because they're gonna be like Juan Jitsu will it. I'm like that's a bit redundant.
I get it. Yeah,
I
can
like
see
it
that.
though, but yeah, hey, I feel it.
I respect it.
Wow. So, with that being said, I'll have to say before anything else, man, Juan, we are going to need all of your social medias. We're going to need anything you want to plug, anything you want to say about anybody, anything at all that you want the world to know about you.
Sure. Yeah, my Instagram is just Juan_Jitsu, and that's really all I use is just really Instagram. I mean, I have a Facebook, but that's more just like networking type stuff. Yeah, I don't have a YouTube channel, nothing. I was thinking about maybe making something so I could put like training videos and like, you know, just like little tutorials for like, I don't know, combos on the bag, you know, just to get views and stuff, put my face and name out there. But no, I would like to say thank you for having me, man. It was nice, you know, get to talk with other fighters and martial artists, you know. Yes, but I want to say, well, before I go, I do want to show off. This is my Berserk collection, y'all. I got up to number 9
man.
on the deluxe editions.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hey, who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you?
That's dope.
Yeah, no, bro. It's like, well, when I say like Berserk, it's the freaking story between Guts and Casca, like that little bit when they get to like embrace each other. I'm like, yo, that's beautiful. Right before all that bad shit happens.
Yeah, I guess you.
But then it all shit hits the fan, and it's just like, fuck Griffith.
Fuck that fool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're allowed to swear. It's all good. You just can't say the "see you next Tuesday" word.
Yes.
What's that word? No, I'm sorry.
Well, real quick, nobody, man. You gotta tell people where to find you at too. You gotta tell people everything that's on your mind.
All right. So you can find me on Instagram. It's underscore OFCLB underscore, and you can also look up the Temple Community Dojo. It's another like a camp over here in Long Beach for anyone nearby. You guys are so kind. What's it called? Yeah, also big shout out to Martial Arts Training Alliance, to like everyone on my team, like everyone that supports me, family, friends. And just to clear things up, I did call out Jake Paul. I don't like you, bro, if you're watching this. Like, yeah, I hope you see this. And forget you, bro, respectfully. I'm sorry, I
Hell yeah,
really
that's what
don't
I'm
like
talking
that guy.
He
Hit him so hard.
definitely heard that.
I'm just saying that in case if it wasn't clear, because I was speaking too fast on the call out at the end of my fight, I'm making it clear. Jake Paul, I really want to fuck you up, bro.
Yeah, I want to see. I'll pay for that one. But
Hey, well, we appreciate you guys, your time. It was a great, phenomenal show.
Yes,
Dude,
thank
thank
y'all
you
for
so
having me.
much.
thank you both.
Thank you so much for having us. Shout out to you guys. Like, you guys are I think you guys are underappreciated. Like for real.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy that new belt. Yeah.
Once it comes in, Tank.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Well, y'all have a fun night. Peace out.
Peace.
one love. Let me try to get out of here. Hold on.
Love. Oh, man, that's fun as hell. Shit.
Bro, I was tripping off that little effect that came out of nowhere. I ain't never seen that before. That was dope, but yeah, that was crazy. Dope show, man. Dope show.
Absolutely. It's not over quite yet. You guys know not to go anywhere.
It's funny, like I wouldn't even say we're influenced by 90s music as much as I would just say we're influenced by good music. I think we're very genre diverse, like we're not really fixated on one particular era or genre of music. I think we just kind of and it shows in our music too that we kind of take the elements of whatever that we do enjoy and try to put it together some way or another. And I think that's true for all of our music.
Musically, would you call yourself polyamorous?
Polyamorous. I like that.
Oh, that's unique. I haven't heard that one.
We're gonna start using that, Jay, on all our files and stuff like that.
If I was y'all, not trying to be funny, I would probably make that the name of a song or an album.
That's good. I like that. It's kind of like
a cool idea. Album and every song is a different genre.
I'm putting that in our bio right now.
I have my moment. What's up, everybody? It's Jay from Yankee and the Brit bringing you some exciting news. King Palms and Yankee and the Brit are teaming up together to give you an amazing deal. Head over to kingpalm.com, use promo code KPYNB to save 20% off your entire order. That's right, 20% off your entire order just by using the promo code KPYNB. If you want to enhance your smoking...
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
We always start off with the scrap yard. Over here, we got Colton. Now, this was a fun fight to watch because if you look at the title, it's like tall versus short and powerful. And he really had to dig deep for this fight. He had to kind of find his pace and seeing these two fighters kind of understand themselves and each other in this fight. It was a fun one to watch, and he kind of overcame some and really came out to get this win. So I feel like I want to see him back out. I want to see him train. I want to see him improve because I see something that I feel like it could really blow. So I'm like, come on, let me see what you got, please. Second fighter from StreetBefs West Coast, Hong. Let me just say, holy shit, that's it. Because I saw one of his fights before and I saw his name. I'm like, okay, let me rewatch this. And then him and the other gentleman both were 0-1 coming into this fight. And let me just say, someone was training very hard, and you could see the fruitions of this training. Third, from the OG yard, Cooper. This was a fun one because when in the fight that I forgot what the name of his opponent was, but they're going from the minute he said fight, Cooper was going non-stop. Boom, 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 boom. If he wasn't swinging, he was kneeing. If he wasn't working, or if he wasn't punching or kicking, he was working. If he was getting grappled on the ground, he was sitting there, always trying to advance. And mind you, this is not a small guy. This is a bigger boy. So he is a bigger boy who is athletic, who's flexible, who's got cardio, and is not stopping. I was just like, holy shit. And he's an older gentleman. So, you see this all put into one. I want to see you fight more. You're just an entertaining ass fighter as well. Those are the kind of people that sell tickets and sell views. And we got to go all the way to the dirty South. Southern hospitality. Scotty Too Hottie. Let me just say, this guy was swinging nonstop until he got his win. This guy dug deep and took a deep breath as soon as that fight started and just did not stop. I don't know what was going through his mind, his body, but you would have thought you wound him up and just let him go. And I was like, okay, Scotty Too Hottie, let's see some more. Especially because you're seeing a lot more Dirty South fights all around, and it's coming even more fun. So when you see these, we got to make sure to pop them out so you guys can see the fights right away. Those are my 4 fighters to watch.
Yeah, man. Facts on what you just said, because Dirty South, they don't have as much fights as the other branches, but when they do, we're here to highlight them. Oh, some great picks. Great picks.
Almost.
Fire. Yeah, Som came to Fire 5. Let's start things off at the OG Yard. You see it. We got an MMA match between Iron Dragon versus General. This was a well-matched fight, very competitive between these two newcomers. And these guys, they came out and they were banging. I mean, these guys were not shy. You see some great adjustments between the first and the second round. And shortly after, we get a crazy KO finish. StreetBefs, OG Yard, Iron Dragon versus General, firefight. Moving along, StreetBefs Scrapyard, you see it. If you're trying to look this fight up, you see the title. This is between Soul versus Bamson. This is a boxing match, and both of these guys came out to scrap. This is youth versus experience. We got a great mix of combinations between these two guys. A great use of styles. Styles makes fights, and lots of determination and heart in this fight, and a great test for both of these men. We see a turnaround TKO finish, and everything you want to see in a fire fight. StreetBefs Scrapyard, Soul versus Bamson. Yeah, going back to the West Coast, StreetBefs West Coast, Compa G versus Mr. Man. We just had Mr. Man on not too long ago, and this was the fight that he recently had at the West Coast. This was a hell of a boxing match. Once again, styles makes fights, and both of these guys bring 2 different styles to the fight. Lots of back and forth action, great slips, use of counters, both men using great defense, heavy power shots, everything you want to see in a firefight. StreetBefs West Coast, Compa G versus Mr. Man. Yeah, taking you down south, StreetBefs Dirty South. You're trying to look this fight up. There's the title on the screen. This fight is between Ricky and Super. This is a boxing match. These two, man, what can I say? Constant exchanges. These two really didn't throw up much of a defense, but both of these guys are swinging for the fences. I mean, these guys came out swinging and banging. Flurries nonstop, and these guys refuse to drop. They refuse to drop every round, and just banging back and forth. StreetBefs Dirty South, Ricky versus Super firefight. Yeah. Final firefight of the night, taking you back to the OG yard. This is E versus Badman. This is another boxing match, and this was a great matchup right here. Once again, youth versus experience, and this was a very gritty fight. Both of these men throwing power shots, throwing bad intentions. But as we say every episode, cardio is key. Cardio is key. Cardio is key. Not only that, but pacing is key. Pacing is key. Nonetheless, we had a phenomenal fight. Everything you want to see, the slips, the counters, the combinations, the pressure, firefight. Street Beefs OG Yard, E versus Badman. Samke and the Fire Five.
It's Fire 5. Every fight was fire right there. Hell yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I mean, once again, if you've seen these fights, you already know the replay value is there. You can watch these fights right after already watching the fight.
See, now you guys got to realize when I say a fighter to watch, here's a fighter you need to watch. Sometimes the fights are good fights, but his fights are fire for a reason, and he's never let you down. So make sure you check out every one of those fights.
That's right. That's right. As well as the fights that our guests have had tonight. I mean, nobody's had phenomenal matchups, as well as Juan Jitsu. You know, so you guys go out there, support, you know, and while we're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know, if you haven't already, now would be a great time. You know, we're here to support each other.
Absolutely. Well said. But what do you say? Is it about that time?
I think so, bro. I think so. It's about that time. You know, another great show as always. I want to thank you, as always, helping me kill it. Jay, always killing it in the background. And our guest tonight, Juan Jitsu, much appreciated, sir. Nobody, champion, much appreciated, sir. The people watching this live, we appreciate you. The people catching us on the replay, we appreciate you. Those in the comment section, thank you guys. We do this for you guys. Shout out to Street Beefs OG Yard, Street Beefs Scrap Yard, Street Beefs West Coast, and Street Beefs Dirty South. We appreciate you all and do this for you all. If you're trying to catch me, I'm here, same time, same place every week. Don't really do the social media like that. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me. I just want to give one last shout out to Overtime Hustling Magazine and Heart in the Fight and ZuelWorld.com. Good night, y'all.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you know the deal. ZuelWorld.com. That's where the website is. That's where all the fun stuff is. Hard work, grit, determination. Check that out. Damn. And to anyone here in Tacoma, I hope that you guys have been following my stories. I have had very good success. Yesterday there was 3 cool prizes. Today there was 4 dope-ass prizes. One of them was actually an MMA Underground shirt. So you guys gotta make sure to stay tuned in all my stories and everything else with social media and the website, because you can use Y and B as a promo code and get a percentage off your entire. That's what you get to do for being a fan, being tuning in, you know, being here with us, enjoying the night. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if you use the code, you know, you're probably gonna find some extra shit. But
yeah,
we're all here for the fights. That's what we're here for. So with that being said, thank you, Samke. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody. I love Tuesdays for this reason here. So in Jay's famous words, as we always end it, one world, one love, deuces.
Good show, good show, good show.